In this PowerPoint, we are going to take a look at FlashFill and also how to clear contents and delete contents in a cell. And then we're going to move on to looking at entering formulas in the cell. Okay, so let's begin with something called FlashFill. Right, so we have here in the same worksheet from the last video, in A3, or in the A column, we have the name column, and in the name column we have the first name and last name. So I'm going to go over to D and just write first name. Okay, so in this column D, I want to have only the first names, and I'm just gonna type in Yin, which is first name, and then so on, and then it will be Bob, Dan, David, John. But if I had, a list of, let's say, like 500 names, I wouldn't want to have to type in the first name for all of them, right? So I would want some kind of autofill to work here. So I'm gonna go to the first one, the first entry here, go to the corner, click and drag down, and it just enters Yin, but Excel can do something quite intelligent. So I'm going to go over here to autofill options and go flash fill. So Excel recognizes the pattern that we are, entering the first, the first word here in this field, okay, in this cell here, and it recognizes that's what you're doing and autofills it for you. All right, so now let's move on to looking at deleting content in cells and things like that. So very easy. So you can click on the first cell and then shift and click on the last cell to select all, or you can hold your mouse down and drag all the cells that you want and right click, and then here you can delete or clear contents. There is a difference. Okay, so let's go take a look at it here. So under clear all, it clears absolutely everything in there. You can just clear the formats, you can clear contents. If there are comments and notes in there, you can clear that, or maybe you just want to clear hyperlinks. Okay, so there's many different things that you can clear in here. Okay, so let's just go clear content. So that clears the content. Okay, so let's say that this column here, day, was all bolded, and I go to clear formats. So it just clears the format and not the content. Okay, I'm gonna go up here to undo clear, and if I go clear content, that clears the content. But if I write again there, if I type in other words again there, it still has the format. All right, so you can save the format. Maybe you just want to clear the content that you've entered in there, but you have a certain format that you want all the data in that column to appear as, then you can save that and not have to clear it. All right, moving on. The next thing I like to talk about is entering formulas, and we will spend quite a bit of time talking about formulas and all the different formulas, but this is right now just an introduction to very simple formulas and how it works. So let's start anew with a new worksheet over here. Let's click on inventory. Okay, so far we've worked on budget, expenses, inventory. So right now let's take a look at inventory. Okay, here I'm gonna have quantity, per box. Okay, and I see that that's not enough space for my words, my data in there, right? So for my text in there, sorry. So what I can do is I can go up here to where A is and change the width by dragging it and making it so. Or I can wrap text, so I'm just going to undo that. Maybe I can go here, right click and format cells. I can go to probably alignment and wrap text. And let's see what that looks like. There we go. So it wraps the text. Okay, so maybe we want to stick with that. So quantity per box, number of boxes. Okay. And you can see that, oh, this one doesn't wrap text. So one thing I can do is I can go click on the row. So instead of A1 or instead of A3 or B3, it's C3, and doing it one at a time, I can click on 3 over here. You see that? And I can go to right click, format cells, okay, and then wrap text. Okay, so that would make all the cells in that row wrap text. So you can apply this to, with any kind of formatting. So if I click on that and go, bold, then they'll all be bold. Okay, and bold that. So the next time I enter it, total number. Okay, there we go. And there we have it. So here we have this row here, and I would actually like to make that a gray background. So let's go play with that background, make that a light gray background here. Yep. And I still want to have an outline around it, or a border, I mean. So I'm going to go over here and make sure that it still has all borders. There we go. All right. Or maybe I just want to have up and bottom, so top and bottom. So I'll go top and top and bottom border there. Oh, maybe I should clear it all first. So let's go no border, and then I'm going to go here and top and bottom border. There we go. So that looks a bit better. And I'm still gonna, make each column a little bit wider. Let's give more space. There we go. And maybe I can add some padding around it because I feel like they're kind of touching each other. Okay, so I'm going to go right click and then format cells, and I'm going to add. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it doesn't look like you can add an indent, but you can't actually add a padding around it. So I'm just going to leave that. There we go. Okay, so I think that's good enough. Okay, so none of the text is touching each other. That's good. I guess if it really bothered me, I could center align it. Yep. All right. I'm going to change that back to left align. All right, so I'm going to stop playing with that and move on. So here we have our kind of title row here, our header row. And here we can start entering numbers. So I'm going to say quantity per box. Oh, okay, so maybe I should actually insert a column before this to name the product. So here I am going to add a column here. So I'm going to click on this column here. I'm going to go right click, and I want to insert a column. So I can right click, insert here, or I can also go up to the ribbon here and insert a column there. Okay. For me, I like to do a lot of right clicking to see the contextual menu. So I'm going to right click and insert. There we go. And I want to move this inventory back, this word inventory back over here. So I'm going to, I can right click, cut, and then click on A1, right click, and paste that. Okay. And there we go. So here I just want to add name of the product. Okay, so I'm going to change the alignment to middle align. There we go. So that looks a bit better. All right. All right, so let's move on here. So I'm going to, in the names, I'm going to add product A, and quantity per box would be 35. Number of boxes, I have, let's say, 450, and then I'll go product. I was trying to auto complete for me, so I'm just going to click here, right, product B, and I wonder if it would recognize product A, B, C, D if I click and drag. No, it doesn't seem to, so let's go see. No, it doesn't seem to do that.